Hello, everybody. I'm having a sip of coffee, and I'll give it time for people to file in. Ah, how is everybody this Thursday afternoon, evening? And there's our Kate. There we are.
Hello.
Hey, Dan, how are you?
Hello, everybody.
Filing in slowly but surely.
Hi, Dan, honey. Hope you're doing well, sweetie.
Yes, you haven't been around much. I need
No,
my aquarium thing going.
I know. That little the I think it's called an axatol. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that properly, but it's white. It's that I love that little thing. I have to get my little axatol fix every day. I love him. He's
He
like a
is
little
so
prehistoric
cute.
creature. He is. He really and a little poser. I love it. He's right up there smiling. So
That's
yeah,
what
he's
gets me is
adorable.
that little smile.
Yes, he is. He is so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh
Uh,
gosh. But hey, nickname.
Nickname.
So, what's everybody been doing?
Hey, Crazy Lynn.
Oh, Crazy Lynn in the house.
She is. We like that. We like her
He's
spitting facts.
yeah, she's been cranking out the good stuff lately. Wow.
I
I wish
know.
I knew who that was so I could shake their hand, but hey, sometimes quiet is good.
Oh, God,
Um,
yeah. Hey, Doe,
yeah,
anytime you want to jump on board, the link is in. You know where.
yep.
Uh, Nickname. You too, baby.
One of these days we will get
Yes.
nickname on voice because it's really it's so StreamYards is so easy. I was shocked how easy it was
Oh,
because I was
yeah.
thinking, oh, I am so technically challenged. Sometimes this is not going to go well, but nope. I was like, oh my gosh, I did it right away. I was proud of myself.
I know it's the other one. It's the Stream Lab. Is it Stream something or other? That I so OBS. That's it. And I'm
Oh,
going. Oh no.
oh, a friend of mine does that, and that is so freaking complicated. I'm like,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah. So
no,
I'm just
not
gonna go back to
even.
StreamYard here. Hi,
Oh, hi,
Spirit.
Winston.
Lana, how are you? Sade, happy Thursday, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, thank God it's Thursday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yay. Hey, there's our
Hi,
dough.
Sunday.
There she is.
Hello.
I'm so
Hi,
glad you're
Spirit.
you're up.
Look
What?
at me. I don't mean to talk over you. So if you have to mute me, just mute me. You know my mouth. But I have a reputation to uphold. I
I
apparently
know.
do.
I know. And as
Yeah.
somebody so succinctly put the other day, we may be called the mean girls, but they're the nasty girls. So that's what we're going to refer to them today as the nasty girls because
That's, yeah.
this has gone on far, far, far too much and it's ridiculous.
Kathy, it is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really ridiculous. It is. And I love that, everybody on that side and they want to they and lump everybody together. So you know what? All gloves are off. I'm going to do it too.
Yeah.
That's
Almost
right.
everybody over there has wanted to well, we don't talk about them at all. Oh, really? Really? Excuse me, but your whole chat's talking about it and calling people
Exactly.
names and making fun of them, whether they deserve it or not. Okay? And you know what? People just need to shut up. They do.
Yep.
They need to shut up.
It's done. This is going nowhere fast. You know,
It
it's
is.
just,
Yeah.
and then we're because I don't know how to say this because we're letting it. You guys fight out amongst yourselves. This
Well,
doesn't concern me. I'm. Yes, I am watching. I am laughing because, quite frankly, what else can you do?
I know, and it's getting comical
It
at
is.
some point, because the one thing that
Hey,
I've
Lucy,
kind of reflected about, oh, Lucy, hi, sweetheart.
we need the
Um,
hugs today.
oh, good Lord, we do. The thing I've kind of reflected about is I realize that we can't control what other people say. But when you are a creator and you have a channel and you have a large platform and people are allowed to come in, even in the chat, they're allowed to come in and disrespect people, start drama, put in their own 2 cents. You know
Mm-hmm.
what, MT? Yes, I'm talking about you, MT. You have your own channel, you have your own platform. Stay off of everybody else's and whine and complain on your own platform. And actually, Annie should be stopping that, but she does not. Oh,
No,
I
it
can't
doesn't.
control what he does. I don't know what he does at night. Well, maybe you should find out what he does at night.
I don't believe for a second she doesn't know what's going
Oh,
on.
I don't either. I don't either. Come on.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. They want to sit there and say that, oh, well, everybody's entitled to opinion. Yes, everyone is entitled to their opinion. But once you start crossing the lines between opinions and everything else, that's exactly what it becomes, is crossing the lines.
Yes.
Right. And it's all fun and games until you get doxxed, like I did yesterday. And Annie, in the same damn video, said that she was keeping in touch with the police station because she was afraid of the same thing. But she goes and allows her chat to dox people with full names and pictures. Not funny.
Yep. No.
No, it's not. It isn't, though. And I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah. She can, say all she wants, but they shouldn't be giving out people's personal information, the same as we shouldn't be talking about children. I've never put out anybody's personal information and would never do so. And I expect the
Exactly.
same in return. And if she can't handle her channel, maybe she shouldn't have a channel.
And she's got everybody almost modded over there, so chat should not be so out of control. That
That's
something
right.
like
Like
that
yesterday,
would
she
slip
modded a
through.
new person right away, immediately, as soon as
Right.
they subbed to her
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Like, is
Oh,
she that
but
desperate?
they're my friends. They're my family. They're my friends. Well,
Yeah.
like I said, folks will, and this is, I'm not trying to dissuade anybody. If they want to go support her, fine. But you know
Absolutely.
what? Watch your back when you do.
Yeah.
Yes. Know
Yeah.
what you're
Watch your
getting
back.
into. Know also that she runs these giveaways, doesn't give out the prizes, but keeps your information.
Right.
You have to ask
Exactly.
yourself why.
Right.
Even
Right.
if, I don't want anybody in here going, well, because you need to think about this yourself. You need to sit down, make yourself a cup of tea, and think about this because, you're putting yourself into the hands of people like MT,
Right.
who has no issue doing what he does to people. You
No.
have to wonder
No.
why he gathers all these lonely old women around him. And
Eh,
he's getting bored. He's getting bored because
Yeah.
what exactly are you talking about other than ripping into me, Kate, Alana, Doro, nickname, the list goes on.
It does.
So,
It does go on.
yeah, so you have to sit there and you have to think. And which is, and I'm not going to go into detail because what went on between Alana and I was private. But even before the issues happened with us, I was already backing off from it because I saw no end to it. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Exactly.
It's
Oh,
going
I
to go
did. Yes.
on and on and on, and I'm going, I'm too old for this shit. You
Amen,
know,
Kathy. Well,
there
yeah.
is not going to be a winner ever.
Right.
So, and I am far, far, far away from being monetized. So, views aren't an issue. Um, and I don't think I want my channel to get views strictly from that. I mean, we're always going to have a problem with another creator, right? and we're
Oh,
always going to
sure.
have to say something. And yeah, conflict gets fused, but I want to be at something else. I want to do something else. I want
Exactly. Right.
so
I mean, even if it's just, telling ghost stories or
yes,
having some fun,
yes,
because that's what YouTube is supposed to be all about. And,
supposed to be.
you know, every time I hear a notification, even my husband's getting in on it, bless his heart, I have a certain notification set up for if somebody goes live and he goes, uh-oh, whenever he hears it. And it used to be fun. It used to
Yeah.
be, oh, cool, somebody's live. Now it's like, uh-oh.
Exactly.
So it's not any fun. It's just not fun. And
Yep.
I just really wish that, they would take a step back and realize, the one and again, and I'll get to some of this a little bit later,
Yeah.
but
I've had my say, so you guys go ahead.
well, my thing is that MT gets a free pass. MT's gotten a free pass ever since I've known the guy. He wants to talk about other people, what they say. Oh my God. And all this is documented. Some of it's even come out, the stuff he said. He's wished death on people. And everybody's, oh well, he's changed. Kate, can't you see he's changed? He
No,
hasn't changed too damn much,
no. 3
because it
weeks
wasn't
ago,
that long ago that he was trying to threaten to cut somebody's throat. So that's not really changed, in my
No.
opinion.
no, 3 weeks ago, he messaged me through Discord, and he said the same thing. He said, "Your mother's probably better off dead in the ground," or something to that effect.
Oh God.
So
Right, yeah,
he's still doing the same shit that he's
he is.
always been doing.
Yep.
And I
And
kind of have an idea where my information comes from, so I'm looking into that right now.
right,
And she needs to control her channel. And if she doesn't, then she needs to get the hell off YouTube.
I
I mean,
agree. I
she
could
even
not agree.
she even called my name out after she saw it. She didn't
Oh
go in and
yes,
say,
she did. I heard that.
yeah,
Yep.
she didn't go
Yep.
in right away and say, take that down, and whoever's doing that, don't do that again on my channel.
Exactly.
If she
Right.
had said that, it would be a different story, but she didn't. She laughed about it and called out my name.
Yep. Yep. And that's just how they roll. And the one thing that I find very interesting on Kathy's last live that we did and we paneled up on, he had a couple of choice words in the comments that he was saying some other stuff to somebody else. I think it was the Crazy Lynn account he was talking to. But, I hopped in there just for a second, and because I saw a comment that he said, and this slays me. I think this is so hilarious. He tries to pull this crap all the time. Now, people that have known this guy long enough know that, and Annie has said it herself, he tells on himself, because he does.
Yes, he does.
He does. He will say all this crazy crap. He said inappropriate stuff that his father did to him, but backpedaled later. I was just saying that for views, y'all. Come on. So what his favorite ploy is, he likes to sit there and say, well, I say stuff to see what the trolls are going to say, what the trolls are going to run with and repeat. Honey, don't nobody repeat nothing. Nobody repeats anything. We just repeat what you say.
Sorry, even his last profile picture, he said he put that up there to antagonize Alana because he had a mask on with a knife in front of his face.
Yeah,
so
I
he
saw
said
that.
that live.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
There's
And
none
so
of this. They're not antagonizing Alana because they are.
Oh, exact. Oh, come on. They sit there and say, well, we don't talk about her. We don't talk about her. Well, and I've kind of been out of the loop for a little bit. I haven't been feeling well, but I peeked in the other night. That's all the whole chat was talking about was her.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, really? So, oh no, we don't talk about her. And they want to get their little digs in, and again, it doesn't matter what people say. If they want to say off the wall stuff, it's on their platform, more power to them. They can do whatever they want to do,
Yeah.
But when it gets out of control, like it does for Annie, and Annie, honey, please ditch the crown. Seriously, do you know how ridiculous you look?
Grow up.
Oh my God, stop. It was ridiculous when Cynthia does it. And so but she thinks she's making fun of Cynthia. No, she looks like a fool. So there's that. And again, and not that I'm going to jump on the bandwagon here about people's appearances, but Annie, honey, please go and have a professional match your foundation to your skin. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude. That's just some constructive criticism. And they're going to say, oh, well, we've never seen you, Kate. Actually, I've shown my profile picture plenty of times. It's actually a joke between me and my husband. My husband happened to snap a picture of me someplace, and we came home and we were looking at some of them later, and I'm like, what were you thinking when you took this? It was only part of my face. I'm like, dude, were you drinking or what? And he was laughing. He goes, no, he goes, I kind of just, I left it. He goes, instead of erasing it, I kept it because I thought it was funny. He goes, I might use it myself. And I said, well, that's really funny. And we played with it a little bit, and it is literally one half of my face. But that is me.
Yeah.
So if people want to make fun of me, they can. They can make fun of me all they want.
Yeah.
But and I'll be right back, guys. I gotta check. My husband is here and he needs food, so I'm cooking his food. So let me go look at it real quick. But carry on, and I'll get back to what I was doing.
Okay.
I don't
can
know.
hear that microwave oven going. No.
Yeah. I just think the more and more I watch and listen and see things happening, I just think that her life is just in such shambles, and she's so unhappy that she's just going after whatever. She's just trying to make other people miserable. Well, it doesn't make me miserable in my life. It makes me miserable on YouTube because you can't go in there and have a good time. But that's not the point. The point is the safety factor. And she knows that firsthand herself, yet she did it. She's done it to several people. And it's time to put a stop to it.
Come on, you guys. You knock it off. Knock it off. Can somebody get rid of that? No, none of that bullshit here. Get a life.
Can somebody screenshot that for me?
I should have left it up for a screenshot. Sorry. Try again. Okay. Try again. And it's already been. All right. Deep breath. Calm, cool, collected. Also, I wanted to point out, Annie, if you take my video into a private live to discuss what was on there, and like I said on Candy's comments, that's a pussy move. I don't mind you talking about my live or reacting to my live, but don't be a cunt and hide it away.
Yeah.
Really? That was, who and then you were talking to, like you were talking to us directly and you expected answers, but how were we supposed to defend ourselves? Or, when you hid that away? That's what a coward does.
Exactly.
If you want to react to my video, react to my video. I have nothing to hide. And I want your larger audience to see and hear what you have to say about it or how you twist it around. I give you my permission to review this one. Okay? Because I know you're going to. But don't you dare hide it behind a paywall. I'm going to have an issue with that. That's all I got to say about that. Go on, Dole.
Yeah. Now, is there a way, because somebody has posted that in yours, Kathy, that
I can probably call it back up.
Well, I saw what it said.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not a big deal. But I'm just wondering, can YouTube go and find out who posted that? Do they have a way of doing that? They do?
Yes, okay. They do. They absolutely do.
Okay.
And we got, and the timestamp will be here.
Okay. All right.
Oh, it's absolutely MT, Candy. Absolutely, it is.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. And I have a couple of ideas of how he got that information. So I will send that information off to YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Just to see what they can do. But yeah. So
And you co-sign this, Annie. You co-sign this. The
yeah,
guy is almost 30 years old, and this is what he finds fun.
yeah.
And
Well,
he's
he could.
probably got some shit on you. I'm sorry, but why would you keep such a scuzzy little uneducated? I bet he hasn't even passed the 10th grade.
Oh, I'm sure he hasn't.
Why do you have him circling you, orbiting you?
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
he
if he's
could
got some,
possibly be the demise of her channel.
oh, 100%,
Yeah.
100%,
So
100%.
yeah.
And I feel sorry for the women that seem to think he's something special because
Yes.
he's not.
Yeah. No.
Because
Well, how
he'll
would they
turn
like
on
it?
you just as fast as he turned on everybody else.
Because now not only they doxed me, but they've doxed my husband as well, right? So um yeah, this I will pursue for sure.
Yeah, yeah. This is enough. This is absolutely enough.
Well, gosh, I'm gone just to check a pizza, and look what happens.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Well, and they got that picture from my Facebook,
Ah,
right?
yes. Well,
So my
he did
Facebook
the
is
same.
monetized. If you're not one of my friends, you can't get in to see. So I'm thinking there are a couple of people that would be on their friends list, right?
Right.
That's possible, yes.
So that's what I'm thinking. So I have a couple of ideas there. So I'll kind of give YouTube that information as well, to see what they come up with, because there's only three possibilities. And I know one is Denise, and Denise would never do that to me because we're friends on Facebook. And
Be right back, guys.
I know she wouldn't do that. So there's two other possibilities that he's just went in and maybe looked at the friends list. Not that they've even given the information up. He's just taken it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I don't know. Very interesting.
Yeah. Well, that's what pussy boys do, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I will go back to the chat and stay in
Okay.
there for a while.
Thank you, Doe, for
So
coming
thank
up.
you for giving me the platform to vent.
You betcha.
Since I don't have
Anytime.
my own. Okay, I'll see you girls in the chat. Okay.
Yeah, you bet. Okay, so we got that out of the way, which is a good thing. Again, Doe, thanks for doing it. I know you were a little hesitant, but they have they have crossed over the line. Ooh, what's this? It's the name of that picture. Channel 4's profile. Really? Ooh, what? What did I miss? Did I lose you, Kate? uh, so what is this, Candy? This Channel 4 profile? Is that I'm lost. That's not. Let's see. Ah.
There, sorry, we had a pizza mishap. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Okay,
It
I thought I
happened.
lost you.
No, but I am going to go out and come back in because I'm going to read some of the comments that I got.
Oh, okay. Sure thing.
Yeah. So I'll be back.
Yes. That is the name of that picture they used. Oh, okay. Okay. If you private can't see the summary total. Okay. Crossed over. I'm just catching up with comments, guys. So where's my glasses? I put them here to put them on specifically. There they are. There we go. I could see. It's a miracle. No, I'm sorry. Does the name of that picture mean anything? This will all come together. It'll all come together for sure. Let's see. There she is.
There we go. I'm back again.
Yay. Okay.
I'm back. Yeah, so like I said, and that's typical MT moves. He likes to post stuff and then retract it right away.
Yeah.
And I happened to catch it just at the right time. Now, like I said before, I had replied to a comment that Lynn had made, and here's the comment that he put on one of Lynn's videos. He said, "So you think, LOL, some things are said on purpose to see which dummy will run the fastest as we sit there and watch them fall in the trap. The only people who know the real truth are those in my Discord. Bye now, have a quality day." That's why I responded to him the way I did, saying, "Save your fun stuff and your scripted crap for Adams."
I remember you leaving that. Yeah.
Yes. So that's why I responded that way.
Okay.
So within 5 minutes of me leaving that comment to him, I started getting comments on some of my candle videos. And one of the first one was, "Kate Waxlover, shut up and go on your own platform and speak for yourself. Let's not get started with your sister." Well, MT sweetheart, which sister are you implying? Because I got a few. So please speculate on that one for me, because I have no idea what sister you're talking about that let's not get started on my sister. And then he goes to say a couple minutes later, these were all in succession, and I was able to click on one of them and it took me right back to his channel. So yes, I do know it was him. Then he says, "I'm a shred your name all over because I know all you care about your reputation. Let's see if Kiwi Farms bothers your family after I out all your info. LOL."
Mm.
Yeah. And so then he says again, "Look, it's the wax bitch. I think I'm going to pull an Alana move and put your family's info on Kiwi Farms. How the little one doing, by the way, Kate? Are you the best aunt in the world?" Mm-hmm. So yes, this is the kind of person that we're dealing with. This is the kind of person we're dealing with.
Yeah.
So, it's nasty. And he wants to sit there and say all kinds of crazy stuff. Now, he did leave another comment somewhere else. And this one was directed towards me because he tagged me. And then for some reason, he called me a tattletale. I'm not really sure why, but he says, "Tattletale, LOL, just like you got caught in a lie trying to play the victim. Oh, so worried about your reputation when you don't have one? Well, you can sit there and gossip, laugh, and pull your little penny for your thoughts on every situation that goes on. Well, let's flip the tables around and let me put all your info on Kiwi Farms. That way everything will be square and even. And I'll pull an Alana move," and he's repeating himself from something else. Then he says, "Maybe you will finally understand. And Kate, let's just get this straight. You'll never be a mother. You're not even an aunt to a rat you've bragged about in the past. P.S. Stop removing my comments. You don't ever come begging and crying to us how you want people to talking about you. So when all you're around talking ish." Right. You're so sweet, MT. And that was someone that I would never say I was his friend, but we had a tolerable relationship. But so that's what's going to happen when you disagree with him or something happens. He's going to come back on you and say nasty crap. So, and yes, now The last one I couldn't check, but the person I got it from, I have a feeling was able to check. And so it's him. We know it's him. And so people can make all kinds of excuses because Annie, you are making excuses for his behavior.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And you know what? She's also taking pleasure in it.
Oh, of course he is. Come on, that's all he has.
Well, that, yeah,
Oh,
and she's smirking and smiling and thinking this is something that, you're the one that keeps going, everybody move on, move on. Well, we tried to move on. We took hold of somebody, tried to give her some good advice. For a month, there was nothing,
yep.
and we tried our level best. We took it off platform because this wasn't an experiment. This was concern. And you're the one that never let it go. This was the
Exactly.
perfect opportunity to do
Right.
what you said you were going to do and change up your content.
Exactly.
You
Yes.
got perfect storm to make you a lovely new banner, and why didn't you run with it? That would have been
Right.
perfect because
Well,
it
yeah,
would
because
have brought in the views.
well, yeah, exactly. Because, her grocery hauls were always a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. And, and then getting on and just right now, as far as her platform goes, all she's doing is greeting everybody now and then, asking for thumbs up. And, the e-begging is, she probably thinks she's making it clear it's a joke, but it just looks kind of nasty. It really does. It's not funny. If she's thinking it's a joke, it's not really that funny. And, if she wants to, go on a vacation, more power to you. Go on a vacation. Do what everybody else does. Go on a vacation. But I have not seen her even, YouTube. She says YouTube's not that important to her. Well, then every vacation that I've seen over the last 2 years, she's taken us with her. She's gone to the lake. There she's streaming. On her birthday, she was streaming. And I understand that you want to involve your friends and even your online friends because, you do have a community to upkeep. But, she's leaving it up to the chat now to entertain and do whatever. She just kind of reads comments here and there and, does whatever. She's not really an active participant, if that makes any sense.
Her sum total of her videos are calling us the mean girls and why don't we move on, and a whole little list of repeat words she uses, phrases like, but you won't let us move on.
Right. No.
So
and that's just it. I don't have a problem. And my whole point, let me just kind of clear this up. I know, oh, well, she's just repeating herself. She's got to say it over and over. No, since it got so flippant twisted, yeah, I do have to apparently repeat it. I went on Lynn's panel because she put out a video that was to Alana and the Mean Girls. Well, I'm sorry, Annie named me that. So, of course, that's going to get my attention. So I went on Lynn's panel to talk to Lynn, not MT. I didn't go there to talk to him. I don't have anything to say to him. I wanted to talk to Lynn and try to be an adult and try to figure out why she's putting my name in her as far as the Mean Girls go. What did I do? Now, she was very snippy to me. And I didn't think I was rude or I didn't try to talk over anyone. If anyone was over talking, it was MT. And that's why I told him to shut up, because I'm not there to talk to you. I'm there to talk to Lynn. And then when we reacted to it on the last live, Lynn came in your live very upset, saying that I can't even exactly remember the term she used for it. But we were trying to get her even to come up on panel and talk about it then. And it's like, Lynn, come up. Let's talk about this. Let's clear the air.
Yes, the invite is still valid. Lynn, if you're listening, you're welcome to come up.
Exactly.
And you get to speak.
Of course. Of course. And, you know, and I think she thought that we were trying to attack her or whatever. I've never attacked her about what condition she has. I really don't even know what her condition is, so I can't really speak on it. But I've never attacked her for it. You know, it's just not something that I'm going to do. I'm not going to say, and you know, people get lumped in. If trolls are going to come in and say stuff, then
Because
that's the troll. So, you know, go after them. If you want to go after people, go after the trolls because they're the ones coming in. And again, it's, you know, if anything, I feel sorry for Lynn. I feel sorry for Kate. Those other girls, I feel sorry for them because little do they know.
yeah.
And don't take my word for it. Don't take Nickname's word for it. Don't take anybody's word for it. Don't take Doe's word for it. You'll eventually just leave your eyes open. If you're not seeing it now, you know, you will be seeing it. You will.
Of course they are, because they're smart women. I mean,
I
they've
would
got to
hope.
sit back. This is what I'm saying about sit down with a cup of tea and think what you're supporting. You know, I'm not saying come on over here to support us. I'm just saying YouTube's a big place, and
It
there's
is.
lots of places to go, and you
It is.
don't have to stick around and support such a vitriolic, you know, I
And well, and
I'm back
again,
to the makeup community. You know?
yeah, because you know, when I peeked in last night, and the girls will tell you behind the scenes, I haven't really been around that much because I have not been feeling well. I have some stuff going on. It's not anything major, but it's just time
Yeah.
consuming to take care of it, and is whatever it is. But when I peeked in last night, you know, she's sitting there saying that to her new subscribers, she's apologizing to her new subscribers because they don't even know what I'm talking about. Well, do they really want to tune in for that then? I
Yeah,
know I
let
wouldn't.
me jump in there because I think that's why she took my last live into a private, because she didn't want her new subscribers to know what was going on.
And well, and I
You
have
know,
my own theory about some of her private lives. I think she does the private lives because when she talks about drama and whatever, she gets a lot of people in the chat. There's you know, there's well not necessarily maybe in the chat, but there's, you know, 80 to 100 people watching.
mm-hmm.
That's a lot of people.
Yes.
So that's a lot of people to consistently fool. So when she does a little members only, there's not that many folks in there, I don't think.
And she's
And
got
so
her choir. Yeah.
right, right, right. All the gals are in there rooting her on. Yeah, they're nasty, they're evil, they're this, they're that. To where, you know, somebody brought it up not long ago. Well, you know, I was just in Annie's in June and was a loyal supporter and a valued supporter. I thought was treated well. I treated everyone else well, but now I'm the pariah. So,
Yeah.
you know, and that's fine. If that's how, you know, they want to term it. And if they want to go after me, go after me. I don't care. I don't care. Because, you know, MT left those comments. Everybody knows because I've said this so many times. You know, on my channel, I learned the hard way when Luna Lovegood started leaving nasty comments on my videos. I learned to hold my comments for review and then let it go.
Mm-hmm.
So most people know. So MT knows that my comments were held for review.
Right.
So, but next time he better be careful because I almost caught one. I was able to catch it enough to go back and see where it came from, but I wasn't able to pin it quick enough. So next time, MT, be careful, honey, because I'll get that comment pinned.
Yeah.
And everybody will see it was you. But for now, I have the screenshots. I can prove it. And I can also prove where I checked that, yes, it came back as his account. So there's that. So everybody wants to think that he's running around with this little halo. No, he's not.
Yeah.
So
well, even his harem or the Hags know that he's no innocent. For whatever reason, he is fulfilling something for them, whatever it is. I don't know.
Yeah, because he's the one that does all the dirty work. He wants to
Yeah,
sit there and talk about everybody else.
yeah. But ladies,
No.
ladies of MT's harem, next time you try to change the subject and talk about something other than us or what's happening with Annie and her chats, see how fast it is before he gets bored, gets mad, or just leaves. Because
Right.
you're not fulfilling anything he needs other
Exactly.
than an audience.
Right.
So you just
So
think
how
about
many
that.
times has MT gone live on his channel to bash lately?
Yeah,
Since
interesting.
Lynn decided to take her channel a different direction, which is very smart on her part,
Yes.
because I think I watched a couple of her videos beforehand, and I think she did a great job. So I would like to see Lynn do content and do some, but she needs to do stuff that makes her happy, not what she's encouraged by others to do.
Yes. Yes. Don't be so
And
suggestible. Lynn,
yes,
I liked you. I
oh,
still
I do
like
too.
you.
I do too.
I wish you had. I don't want to say better judgment. I mean, you're a grown woman, but come on.
Right, right. Oh, I see the same thing, Kathy, and I
Yeah,
sit there and shake my head too, and like, oh my goodness,
yeah,
and I mean, you can go back as far as, and some of these lives have come out even recently, and everybody's going to fight. That's just,
yeah.
I mean, come on, that's, and it's even been called a big dysfunctional family, which it is kind of, and that's true.
Too
But
many
people
siblings.
have gone after people viciously. Annie has gone after MT viciously, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and when you're on that side, that's what you're groomed to do. You're groomed to side with the creator. That's what you're groomed to do. And, you know, yeah, I always did believe you can support who you wanted to, but that's not true. And there's a few people that are able to do it. I see Krista's in here, and she's a delightful lady. I like her a lot.
yeah,
And she, amazingly enough, can stay neutral and not get any backlash for it. So I'm so grateful for that, because
yeah.
she's a very
I've
nice
seen you in
lady.
Annie's chat. I've seen you in
Oh,
other
sure.
people's chats. I have no issue with that all because Krista isn't stirring anything up.
Right.
She has her opinion. She'll state
Yep.
it, but she's not stirring anything up.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. And and that goes for, Miss Angie Lee. You think you're all so high and mighty now because you got monetized. Oh, honey, I think it's a joke. You know, how many videos is YouTube going to sponsor where you're going to get paid? Not too darn many, especially since you've been busted attacking other creators, and you got some strikes. Nah, nah, nah. I think it's
yeah,
hilarious. Boo hoo,
yeah. I think
baby.
it's hilarious too.
Yep.
Um,
Sorry.
I mean, we've talked about this before. There is no way she'll ever make anything from being
No,
monetized by her
no,
content.
no.
She, yeah, it is. I'm sorry if you think you're something with over, or I think now you're probably under because your views suck
Yeah,
and
they
you'll
do.
never get through your 4,000 hour watch time. Or is it
Probably
3,000?
not. Unless she did. Some other people did this too, and I kind of thought it was funny. They would just leave the YouTube running, so they got their hours in and stuff. I thought that was funny. I'm like, go for it. But
Well,
you
they
know
can't
what?
leave their own computers do that because YouTube caught on to that. So if you've
Oh,
got like
good.
go to the library or something and just put your videos on loop. I don't
Right.
know, but
And
YouTube
well,
caught on to that. So
and the
yeah,
thing that was so funny is, she hasn't even been around just a year yet. I mean, it was right around Halloween that she turned up, and I'm thinking, wow, that was a definitely trick or treat. That was definitely a trick and not a treat.
yeah.
And but yeah, whatever. But it was so cute because all along she's spurged out here all along. Well, I don't care about if I'm never monetized. I don't care if I'm monetized. And boy, in that video she dropped about some other people today, she sure cares.
Yep.
Now she's throwing her fit. she's on the floor kicking and screaming and throwing her hands that, oh my God, if she gets my channel taken away. And I just felt like, God, somebody throw a pacifier in that mouth. Gee, money.
So
So,
yeah, I'm so sorry, but not sorry.
let me
You
say,
kind of deserve it.
oh, it's
Uh,
called
yeah,
karma.
kind of called karma. Hi, Amy. So,
I'm
I,
sorry. That made my Thursday. Because I had errands to run, and oh my God, somebody please take away my credit card. Dear God, I've shopped way too much lately. My husband just looked at me and he goes, "More boxes." I'm like, "Hey, I had some birthday money too, okay, but no candles, anybody. I was a good girl. Instead, I hit up all the makeup places like Too Faced and Urban Decay. And, oh my God, oh Lord, but um, that's my fun. So, she can, I just, yeah, and she shouldn't be throwing threats around like that, though. It was ridiculous.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and that Amy, by the way, is not the Amy from Laws. So, just so people realize that, that's not all. That's not who that is.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah. So just a heads up. Sorry, Amy. Not trying to out you or anything, honey, but you're not the one from Laws. So uh,
Okay, as long as she could stick around, as long as she's respectful, behaves
yep, that's
yourself,
fine.
that's
Yep,
fine.
yep.
Okay.
So but so yeah. I mean, I just I just think it's very very interesting about the reaching. Every day I just look and think, oh my goodness, people are really going to hurt themselves as much reaching as they've been doing.
Hmm. Yeah, it's getting it's frustrating because every time I put on YouTube, I'm inundated with all this crap, and hey, I want to come in, find out what people are doing, watch a couple of movie reviews, check up on some tea channels, which I have very little patience for now. Uh, see what oh, what's his name? I just watched his video. He's talking about TikTok advertisements. Mr.
Oh,
Gigi. Mr. Gigi.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he's got a new video out, and I adore some ordinary gamers, even though I'm not a gamer. I don't know what it is about him. I just like to listen to him talk. So and then all this starts up, and people are pointing fingers, and
Well, yeah. I mean, and it
oh,
is. And
it is.
um, you know what, Amy? Maybe it's time for Amy to go find another place to chat because, she wants to go back and forth with Candy. Doxing is doxing. I agree with that. If she did dox, that's not nice. And she may
Okay.
say that she wasn't the same Amy, but she's spelling her name the exact same way, and she's kind of putting it out there. So, you
All
know,
right.
I think she
Eh,
can go ahead and go somewhere else.
Okay.
So
Hello, Kate.
sorry,
Gamers.
Amy. No, hi, Lucy, sweetheart. That doxing is just not okay. That was my everybody Angie's all these years with all these years. God, it feels like years. It feels like centuries that the crazy's been around. Um, she's would always get on everywhere and whine. I don't know why they don't like me. I don't know why. Well, honey, I told her several times. Maybe I should repeat myself on that again too. She tried to dox Annie Janney. Well, she actually did. And,
Yeah.
my opinion of doxing might be different than what other people's opinions of doxing are, but she put out personal information in order to be malicious that it may have been found other places, but it wasn't on YouTube. So and why? Why did she do that? It was to embarrass her. Other than that, so that's malicious. And so I warned someone about that and said, hey, if that's how they're going to roll, you really don't want to hook up with somebody like that and be around them. And lo and behold.
Yeah. Lynn,
So,
that's what we want to. That's what we want to. But you have to admit what's been going on in the last weeks has been
Oh,
Well,
exactly. And I agree with that 100%, Lynn. You're a very nice lady, and and that's why we're kind of being so hard on you. If that's how you feel, it's because we don't want you to follow down that path. So maybe that's what my point is with that. I think you're a delightful lady. I really do. I've never had any problems with you when we chatted at Annie's. You've been around for a long, long time. And you were a mod for Candy even. And so you are not a mean person. And I totally, totally agree with that. But, you know,
but
I
even you have
understand
to admit what's going on isn't kosher.
exactly. Exactly. It's not okay. I mean, for whatever reason, we all got lumped into some stuff. Um, but I just don't want, because right now they're seeing MT like we saw Annie with, and someone quoted it this way. It was with rose colored glasses, and it was. And we can get to somebody needs to bring some attention. I hope she doesn't mind that I bring this up, but you know Annie did, and I have to apologize too because again, I drank the Kool-Aid back then. I really did because I participated in some things that I shouldn't have, and I regret it. I really do because it was nasty.
It was.
And um, she did on a members only live place a phone call to someone, and at first I laughed. I thought it was funny. And then, when the gal called back and she didn't mute herself, she's like making, like, let's listen, So she did. She played their entire conversation for all of us to hear. And
That
I,
wasn't right.
it wasn't, Kathy. And I'm embarrassed that I didn't speak up before that. Um, and afterwards I talked to a couple people and I was like, oh my God, did that really happen? And it did happen, and it really did happen. And that's just not normal. That's not something that's okay. And afterwards I thought, well, if she's going to do that, what else is going to happen?
Hmm.
And there's been doxing threats for ever since I've been around. People behind the scenes talking about they got doxed, and we're all like, now I'm sorry, hindsight's 2020.
I would. Yeah, that's the best saying ever.
Yeah, yeah. But I agree. I think, Lynn, you have to be kind of vocal too. Um, to that, Annie needs to take a step back on what she's stirring up and what her part in all this is, because to her, she's not doing anything wrong. She thinks that, oh well, it's my opinion. For a long time it's only YouTube. Well, you know what, it is more than YouTube. To a
It
lot of
is.
people it is more than YouTube. So Lynn, I hope that you take, your stuff in other directions. I'd love to see other stuff that you do. I have no issues with you, but I just, would want you to think that out of my perspective, I'd only come to your live that day, hun, to talk to you. And that's all I wanted to do, was just to talk to you and find out, hey, how come I'm getting lumped into all this? I never said to MT that I wanted to be left out, that for him not to talk about me. I didn't want to be lumped into the they category. That was my issue. That was my point.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody wants to be lumped into the they category.
Who is they?
Exactly, Kathy. I mean, it's just like, you know what? And if you're going to put up a video, leave it up. Don't dirty delete it. If you're going to say somebody did something, say it. Say it out. I'm
Yes.
a big girl. I can take it. If you say I did something, Point it out to me. If I did it, I'll own it. A lot of people, oh, well, you don't own it. Yeah, I do own it. And yes, MT, reputations are very precious. So I care about mine. You should care about yours.
There you go. Truer words never said or never said. Yeah, that reputation thing boggles my mind because who is he to tell you don't have a reputation or he's capable of ruining your reputation? That's ridiculous. With
Right.
what? With what?
Exactly.
That you don't have children? I mean,
I know. And I think
okay.
I think I even explained that
Mhm.
on your
And you
panel
shouldn't
last
have
time.
had to. You shouldn't have had to. That's your
I know.
personal business. But
It
oh,
is. And I didn't mind addressing it.
yeah.
A lot of people ask me, even still, my friends ask me today, do you miss out, that you never got to be a mom? Yeah, sure I do. Sure I do. But, you know, God's a pretty important guy. If he had
Mhm.
meant for me to be a mom, I would have been. So it just didn't happen for me. And yeah, sure, I'm bummed about it, but that was a long, long time ago. That's water
Yeah.
under the bridge. And so I corrupt every niece and nephew that I've got. Some of my younger siblings I corrupt. I do whatever I can to make
Being
my
an aunt
mark.
is a pretty cool thing.
Exactly. And it is what it is, and during certain holidays I grow little horns and people just go, oh, you didn't, and I'm like, yes I did. Like and I love this, I got to tell this just real quick. When one of my nephews was like 8, my brother lives out west, and I sent my nephew drums. That's the most evil laugh I can think of. And my brother called me, are you crazy? And I'm like, what? The kid wants to learn to play the drums. Well, he's 8. I'm like, he should start
Oh,
early, babes. And oh my God, he drove his parents insane with the drums. But after a while, he got good and he had a garage band and they had fun. So, hey, you never know. But I would be the aunt every time to send the kid home with something that made noise, something
yes.
was annoying. Pick
Christmas.
me.
Yeah.
I loved doing it. I loved doing it. So, hey, but yeah. So, and again, Krista, always good to see you, sweetheart. And um,
Yeah, Krista, thanks for dropping by. Oh, she's coming back. Okay, we'll see you when you get back.
oh, good, very good. But yeah, I mean, nobody ever meant to attack Lynn. At least
No.
nobody from here. I would never do that. And again, the other Kate, I had heard a different story about how the other Kate got her name. And that's okay if something happened behind the scenes, and that was fine, but that's not what Annie alluded to. Blah blah blah, I can't talk. That's not what Annie alluded to one time in one of her live streams. So again, I don't find it offensive at all. As a matter of fact, I think it's kind of amusing. And now my husband's been running with that for a while now, and it's like, okay honey, we're over that. And like Red, oh God love him, when Red would have a little too much to drink, he would, at first, one of his famous sayings was, and the horse you rode in on. Okay. Oh my gosh. My husband walked around for an entire week and he would just stop in his tracks and look at me and go, and the horse you rode in on, Kate.
Well,
oh,
we used to preface that with a FU and the horse you rode in on.
Yes, exactly. Now he's not going to be saying that to me because I'll kick his ass. He knows that. But I did, nickname. I agree. I liked the other Kate. I think she's got a very good head on her shoulders. So again, that's why I'm just shocked that these ladies are smart.
Yes.
And I'm not sure how the wrong turn is getting taken, because, Kathy's kind of a newcomer around and she saw it. Even Alana is a newcomer and she saw it.
Yeah.
So, and again, there's things on all sides that are they're absolutely silly and stuff. But, when other people are making excellent points too, you kind of have to step back and go,
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Of course. Yeah. And that
Well,
that is a good point, Doro. Everybody was fooled.
right.
So
Yeah, yeah. And Lynn, you have a great day, sweetheart. Be careful out there. And yeah, we don't have any animosity towards anybody.
we
So
want her back in the fold, Kate.
yeah, well, sure. I mean, well, no, I don't want to put her in that position.
No, no, no.
Because and all in the upfront and everything else, it's fine. But I would hate for her to get in trouble for being over here.
Mhm.
Even though it's they would say, oh no, that's not true. You can support whoever you want. Yeah, okay. Certain
No.
people can get away with that, and certain people can't. So I wouldn't push that if I were her.
Yeah.
So
And I'm pretty sure I was deranged because I went to visit Candy's live. So,
yeah.
Whatever.
And Kate Winslet, hi, honey. What Kate are you talking about? There's several of us. I mean, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on with that, but I don't know what Kate that she's talking about.
That's probably Kate from MT and Lynn's
Oh
channel. Yeah.
no, I'm sure she's still around. I mean, I believe she is. I don't think any of them have gone anywhere. But again, I just know that some things are going to have to be lesson learned on their own, and I guess that is what it is. A lot of people have to. I mean, I'm even that way sometimes myself. I have to find it out for myself.
Yeah.
And
No, 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 no. Exactly. And I tend to think, oh my God, I can see. Why can't anybody else see this? So and I have to rein myself back from going, excuse me, but I know you don't know me, but this person is full of shit. And then I'm so disappointed that everybody just looks at me and goes, and you are?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. You do have to find out for yourself. So,
Yeah.
but I am
Yes,
an advocate for, you know, let. I hope I have given somebody something to think about. Maybe it was something that they were thinking, but oh, look, somebody else saw that too. Maybe there's something to what they're saying. So for me, I go and investigate quietly. I'll go watch other videos about them, um, and make up my own mind. When I first bumped into Candy's lives, I also bumped into Fan Channel's lives. So I had to see what made sense to me. And I like Candy, so I like what she had to say. I liked her live streams. She's a hoot. So I made my mind up.
Oh, no, I didn't know that, Doe. I didn't
Oh,
know the other Kate got doxxed. That's kind of scary.
what did I miss?
I don't know. Doe said the other Kate got doxxed, so why would she think it's okay for others?
Oh,
I
I didn't know
yeah,
that.
I didn't either. And because again, what's the point of all that? It's never meant to be a joke. It's malicious. It is malicious when it's done.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, that's right. Yeah, her. Yeah, I'm sorry. Now I'm back with you on the same page. Yeah, somebody actually called the woman's family, her son or something, and that's just insane. And I've always said that. I mean, I just don't understand, why people would want to, take that off of YouTube like that. And for chances are it's for because you hurt somebody's feelings, you didn't like their opinion on something, and they think that they're getting even by whatever. So And that's
Yeah.
one thing I didn't understand either was Melissa Boomer said something about her being sent all kinds of information from someone. Well, you know what? Nobody got sent. How would she even have this information? Because nobody knows my information. That's just me. I'm a very private person, so nobody knows.
Yeah.
And that's how I keep it, because of I know how the internet is. I know it's a big, dark, scary place. And so I know to guard my privacy.
Yeah, that seems to me to be a sensible thing to do, but a lot of people don't. Um, and yeah, I was almost tempted to get a hold of Melissa and say, "Am I included in that?" And I would like to know what you know. But
Right.
I was never
Yes.
contacted, so I can't say.
Right.
Yeah, so,
And I can say for a fact that Nickname is stating 100% fact. Only one person had her info, just one,
just what.
and
Never
I can
been
say that with
complained.
100% with accuracy that there's just
Yeah.
that one person, and yeah, I mean, and it is. I don't understand the well, if they think that they're getting thrilled. I mean, I think I even joked around about this and said a while back, if you want to do anything, kidnap me. That's going to get you more. And they'll tell you, where do you want us to take her? Because we don't need to have her back right away. So my husband would be happy. He'd be like, woo, give me the Coca-Colas because she's so mean to me. I'm not allowed to have my Coca-Cola. So
Oh God, no, not the Coca-Cola.
I know. I'm so mean to him. I really, watch his diet because somebody's got to do it because he is so terrible. I mean, that man would eat fast food every 5 seconds. But
Oh,
he's just like, my family was teasing me not too long ago when we went out for my birthday. And I was like, I would have just rather stayed home and made my own food. And
mhm.
he's like, well, honey, I want to take you out for a nice meal. And I said, well, that's fine. But I said, and we ate and everything. And it was fine. It was a nice meal. But I said, now, whose lasagna you like better? And he looked at me and he had a funny look on his face. And he goes, well, that's a stupid question. Yours. And I said, well, then why did we come here? Why did we go out to eat when I could have just made it at home? Oh,
You gave him a conundrum.
I did. And I often do. And right now, I mean, I had to go, and yes, thank goodness. Hey, Nickname, you'll be so proud of me. I had one of my errands to run earlier today. We had to make a Costco run, and he went with me. And he hates to go to Costco. I don't know why he even volunteered to go, because he can't stand the crowds. Me, I don't care. I'm just, get out of my way, move.
Yeah.
I love the people that sit in the middle of the grocery aisle with their cart, considering different items, and I wait for a respectable amount of time, and then I go, "Excuse me, please," and he just looks at me like, "Oh wow, you said something." I'm like, "Well, I'm not going to stand here all day and wait for Grandma to decide on what peas she's getting." So I'm polite about it. I mean, but I'm like, "Excuse me, please. I don't have an hour while you decide on peas." But
Well,
so he gets in.
oh, no,
No, go
no,
ahead,
go
honey.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna call nickname or not nickname, sorry, Doro because she's a fellow Canadian. But when people are in front of us, at least in Canada, we have a little saying. Can I just sneak by you? Can I just slide in there? That's
I love that.
she can
That's so
probably.
cute.
That's
I
what we
love that.
say.
I love that. And a lot of times when I see people and they're not like really paying attention,
Hmm.
and I'll go behind you, like right behind you. Don't step back or you're gonna freaking trip over me. So I love that's one of my favorites. But so we're in Costco, and he just looks at me, and and I have done this before, ladies, and I made him mad, and I don't care. But I have looked at him in the middle of a packed store and said, "Do I need to send you to the car?" And I have, and I've said it loud enough for other people to hear, and I know it embarrasses the hell out of him, but he's acting out. He's acting like he's 4. And I'm like, if I could put you in the cart and ride you around, I would, but I can't. So it's like, do you need to go to the car? I had to ask him that today. We're in the checkout line. We only had, I mean, dear God, the alcoholics that we are, stop. Costco puts out their Kirkland brand of eggnog, and it's a liqueur. Oh dear Lord, it's good. We buy tons of the stuff, and because all our family and friends. Oh, are you going to give us some of that eggnog again this year? So yes, we made an eggnog run because last year we did not make it. So this year we made sure we got our eggnog in this year. But so it's muffins for him and eggnog and just some ratty stuff. I mean, I call Costco the $100 store because you can't get out of there for less than that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I think I squeezed in at what? Well, no, I mean, we spent $90 on eggnog, so no.
Oh.
Yeah, we buy 8 bottles of that 8 big bottles of that eggnog. A couple are for him, but then like I give my brother one, I give my sister one. Everybody enjoys it, so we usually give everybody a bottle of eggnog or something at the start of the holidays, and we're sneaky about it. We take it with us when we go to their house for something, and they're always like, "Oh, let's have some." And so it's like, "Yeah, but you keep that bottle." And like, "Oh, okay, thanks." So we've got everybody trained. We know how it works. But so we're standing in line, and he goes, "Can this place be busier?" And I said, "Honey, every time we come, this is Costco. I mean, you can come 10 minutes after they open and the parking lot's packed."
Yes.
So it doesn't matter. And I said, "Would you prefer to wait in the car?" And the little lady in front of us started laughing. And he looked at me, and he knew he was getting mad. He goes, "Are you going to send me to the car?" And I said, "Well, if you're going to whine and complain about standing in line, we're only 3 people back. What more do you want? That's not bad at all." And, you're not halfway, wound around the entire store. Oh, so I said, "This is decent. We're only 3 people back." And so he goes, "No, I'll just stand here." And I said, "Well, why don't you go look at something real quick while I'm in line?" "No, I'll just stand here." I said, "Well, fine, then just stand there and be a pain in the ass then." But and I don't know why he goes, because he hates to shop. I love to shop. I love it. I love to go shopping. So, it's just, it is what it is.
I actually have an older brother that likes to shop too. Nothing lights his eyes up more than Costco. This was a few years back, and we were there together. This is when I was back looking after my mother in her last couple of years, and so we were at Costco shopping. I don't drive, so he was, there is my chauffeur, as it were. But he was in there getting stuff, and I was kind of looking at the time, going, "We need to get back." He's getting a little, not bitchy, but a little short with me. And so I followed behind him, and I apologized quite loudly. I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Please don't make me walk home again." And I started to do a fake cry. And all these people are looking at me, looking at him.
Oh, I love it. You evil. I love it. I love it. Oh, I'm going to do that to him now.
Don't make me walk home again.
Oh, that is hilarious. Oh, Kathy, you're evil. I love it. I'm going to do that to him. He will kill me. He probably will make me walk home.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because we got out to the parking lot, and he looks at me and he says, "Well, you should be home in about an hour and a half."
That's so cute.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh no, I love that. Oh goodness. But yeah, I do. I've got a keeper husband. He's a character and a half, and we go about all the time. But it's all in fun. And in the wintertime, I think I've talked about this before when I'm pet sitting. You never know whose house. Some people keep their driveways very well in the wintertime. Other people, you're traipsing up through snow. It doesn't matter. And I always count how many times I bust my ass walking somebody's dog or something. And I remember it was one of the first times I had bummed my shoulder, And my husband looked at me, and the weather was really crappy. And he goes, "Honey, you want me to just drop you off at the store and come back and get you?" He goes, "Would that be just easier?" And I'm like, "Well, that would be easy, but I don't want to take away from your day or something." He goes, "Nah." He goes, "I'm going junking." That's what he calls the antiquing, junking, and
Right.
that's what I call it too, because that's what he comes home with is a bunch of junk. But hey, it's his junk and he loves it, and that's fine. But he goes, "Yeah, I was going junking anyway." I said, "Well, yeah, just drop me off." And I said, "You're going to be going junking far, are you?" Because I'm going to be done in about, because it takes me an hour at least to go to the store, at least, because I have to go around and look at all the good stuff and see what's there, and you know. And he goes, "Nah," he goes, "I should be just around. I'm going to go downtown a little bit and look around." I'm like, "Okay, that's cool." And I'll call him and he'll go, "Okay, I'll be back in a little bit and to pick you up." And it's all good. So that way, he doesn't have to worry about me going through the parking lot, busting my ass in the parking lot. And but so it's kind of cute. So yeah, we try to look out for each other. That's that's what it is. And yes, nickname, I've had their frozen yogurt at Costco and it is good.
Oh, I never have. Is it good?
It's good. It is good. I think ours, they put like a fruit, like a blackberry or something, or a strawberry, depending on what time of year it is. And I am one of the weird ones that my husband loves Dairy Queen, loves Dairy Queen. And if I go to Dairy Queen on the rare occasion that I do, I love the peanut butter parfaits.
Okay.
But I go to Dairy Queen and he just is so embarrassed. He looks at me like, "You're not gonna." I order a peanut butter parfait without the peanuts.
So a chocolate sundae.
Right, pretty much. And he looks at me and he goes, "Honey, he goes, why don't you just get a large hot fudge sundae?" I'm like, "Because it's not the same." I said they layer it really good with, really good fudge. And if you tell them you want crumbles in it, then they put the crumbles in between the layers and it's really good. But I said, it's not that I don't like peanuts because getting ready to make peanut brittle and that kind of stuff for everybody. So I love peanut brittle, but, and I love peanuts, but, just for some reason, I just don't want the peanuts in my peanut butter parfait. And he just looks at me every time and is like, "If I could give you that imaginary face palm, I would."
Oh, I have to be on team husband on that. That's just wrong.
Oh, no.
It's cute though. Oh God. What are you trying to make with chocolate candy? You tried to make white chocolate. There's no such thing as white chocolate.
I make every holidays. I just did apple butter because we have apple trees on our property, and the first round of apples that get picked, and I don't know who sold us these trees years ago, but I think they fibbed. The one tree is supposed to be a dwarf tree. Not even close. My husband had to get a 40-foot ladder to pick apples. So it's not a dwarf tree. And the other tree is supposed to be a semi-dwarf. And this year I really didn't fuss too much because he'll get out there with the fertilizer spikes and the aphid spray and all this other stuff. And, you water them and you do whatever. And, he takes wonderful care of the apples. But this year I was just like, you know what? Let's not. We did some fertilizing and did some minimal stuff. Never had a better crop. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. We fuss over them, practically read them bedtime stories, these trees, and a couple years they didn't give me anything. I'm like, wow, you bitches. And then we let them kind of just go by them their own wayside, and they produced like all kinds of get out. But so anyway, we were out there picking apples this year, and the first round that we usually pick are the decent apples that we eat ourselves or give to family and friends or just whoever wants them. Right. And then what's left at the end are the apples that don't look very pretty, but are still perfect. And so that's what I make apple butter out of. And everybody's like, "Oh, you got to have apple butter. You got to have apple butter." And so I ended up making, what was it? I think I got 18 jars of apple butter this year.
Wow.
And it's easy to do. It's not hard to do. It's just time consuming.
Yeah.
Time consuming. And I like the white chocolate. And who's talking about weed butter? Goodness gracious.
Candy.
Hey, you know,
Yeah.
I did that. I was funny. I got caught lurking. And she was somewhere talking to someone, and they were talking about their weed, and she was talking about butter. I'm like, "Ooh, let me go get my pen. Let me go get my
Oh,
pen, and I
look,
get
there's
my
recipes
notes."
on YouTube. There's
Oh,
recipes on YouTube of incorporating um your
your can of butter.
your
Yes,
cannabis into other like, and I think I actually did see a cannabis butter recipe. So
there is,
yeah,
and I've gone by that one and kind of Candy's advice, that advice too, and I think I made some brownies one day, and they came out, they weren't bad, but as much as you waste, I mean, to me, it's kind of like a waste. So no, and I don't
I
smoke
never
that
know how
much.
much to put in. I've done it a few times and not gotten anything really out of it.
Um,
So,
I will plug what I think his name is Good Eats is what he does, and I've followed. He has butter recipes as small as 3 grams, using 3 grams.
okay, yeah,
So I'll find him again and I'll link him to you. I'll send you the link to him because
sure,
he's
sure.
funny too. He's hilarious. I love listening to him. He cracks me up. But for me, yeah, in my heyday, sure, whatever. I smoked quite a bit, did whatever. But nowadays, not so much. Now I prefer the edibles and the vape because it's just better for me and it's easier and it's
Yeah,
much better for pain and that kind of stuff. So I really do hope the rest of the world, besides the states that have legalized it, will get up on the bandwagon and realize that, you know, it's better because, and I can compare it head to head because I've had to take some prescription muscle relaxers lately, and I would much rather do the other
yeah.
because you can't do that stuff,
And
and
well,
if you're going to
just
be
so
out.
you know, that when you do get, if you do get legalized, and I'm sure you will be, it will not be as strong as what you can get from your local friend. So just that's what Angie complains about. That's why she takes so much of it because she's in it for the high. She's not in it for the pain relief.
Right.
Yeah, so she's always bitching and complaining about how little the THC is. Well, it's not really there for you to have a party on this prescription stuff.
Well,
If you want a high, then go find a dealer.
exactly. And
You know.
well, and you can, at your store or whatever, you can get,
Mhm.
I mean, here, um, I think you get, it's 10 milligrams per piece.
Yeah, something like that.
And yeah, and that's pretty much what it's, I've watched her one night and I would have been under the freaking table,
Yeah, exactly.
you
It's
know?
concerning
I
how much she takes. It's concerning. I remember watching her one. I was just horrified. Like, what are you doing, you idiot? Does this really
right.
makes you look edgy and cool, or does it make you look desperate?
Yes, exactly. And yeah, and like Doe said, weed butter was easy after I figured out how to kind of do it.
Hmm.
I did mine. I think no, I didn't do it in the crock pot. How did I do it? I think I did mine in just a saucepan and then, drained it and everything. And, I made brownies with it. I didn't do it again because I thought, nah. It was fun. It was fun to play with it and try it, but no. Um, I'm not gonna waste that. I have this one, what is it? I can't even think of the name of it. It was lime something. And it was a Cresco uh brand, but it's wonderful for pain. I have been hoarding that and hoarding that and hoarding that because, for me, I mean, my happy dose is I can take 20 milligrams and be very happy and very relaxed and pain free.
Yes.
So that's where I'm good to go. I don't need anything more than that.
No, I'm in for a nice little buzz, um, but I'm not ready to meet Jesus quite yet. So I'm just a little something to take the edge off. I don't have to be high, as it were. So,
Exactly. Because, well, and I told my husband the other day, I said, how did we do this when we were younger?
I
Maybe it was
don't know.
different. I mean, maybe it was different. And, I'm just like, I have to wait till the end of the day when I don't have bills, I don't have invoices, I don't have clients, I don't have anything else to do. And when we're sitting down watching TV, and I can just sit there and be happy and think, okay, the Advil wore off. Because me, I horrify people. My doctor just gets furious with me because my day starts with 3 Advil. And she's just like, well, you're going to, I'm like, you know what? It's until, the planet gets cool with it. Advil is my friend. I'm going to use it. And I said, if you're a nice doctor, you will give me a prescription for the ibuprofen so I don't eat up my name brand Advil. And she does. She writes me a prescription for the 800 milligram Advils because, oh my God. And I must be one of those weird people. I can tell the difference between a generic ibuprofen and Advil. And it was such a debate in my family. I even asked my doctor, because I've had the same doctor for years. I love her to death. And I asked her, and she goes, well, no. She goes, some people are like that. And she says, what you're actually sensitive to are the fillers that they're using. So she said, a different ibuprofen that's not Advil might be using a different type of filler when they make their Advil. She said, you're still getting the ibuprofen in the same content, but the fillers might be a little different. So she said, maybe it's how your body is chemicalizing those fillers. And I said, well, good, and she said, you're not the only person that said that. So I'm like, I came home with a banner going, ha ha, yay, I'm not the only one. So yeah.
Yeah, okay. Chat's gotten me chuckling away there. Oh, God. Yeah, so the free lettuce. Okay. I know. I know it seems to be the feud going on. I know. But it can get out of hand.
Well, it is out of hand. It is out of hand.
Yeah.
It is. Because, everybody sits there and says, well, if they would just stop, well, you got to stop too.
Yeah.
Annie, you've got to stop about it. You got to stop your chat when they bring it up, because, she's like, well, I'm not responsible for what other people say. Yes, that's correct to an extent. But when you're the creator and you're in, they're coming to you for entertainment and content and whatever, but it's up to you to stop the nonsense in its tracks and change the subject, or just clearly say, hey, look, we're not going to talk about that.
And instruct your mods to time out people that aren't paying attention. You don't have to ban them, just time them out. Give them,
Sure, exactly.
Yeah, it's not a big thing.
Exactly. And that's one thing too that has changed so many times behind the scenes. Again, that was, I've tried to kind of explain this before, but a lot of the subscribers don't see what goes on behind the scenes.
Yes.
And, we did. And yeah, I guess we were sometimes very, I won't say willing participants, but I guess we were willing participants because we went along with it. And it needs to come out that because, and some of these people, they call some of these people trolls that have this account, like I don't mean to use this crazy Lynn account as an example, but they've brought up some good points about stuff that's happened lately.
Yes.
And people sit around and think this stuff is made up or it's fabricated. It's not. It's right there for you to look at. You just have to look at it. Yeah. I mean, that wasn't fabricated that she called that gal on her members only. There's proof right there. You could see her name on her phone. So it's not fabricated, it's not made up, and it wasn't that long ago.
How long ago was it? Do
I
you
think
recall?
that was January
This
or early
year?
February. Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah. So, I mean, you know,
That's shocking. That literally is shocking.
and I'm definitely, embarrassed that I even,
Yes, I
didn't
know.
click away from that right away and go, "Oh my God, this is so wrong." But, when it came out, I spoke up because I felt like I should speak up. And that's the only reason I did speak up is because, yes, this happened. I did see it with my own eyes. I was there and it was wrong. And I apologized to her. I did
Mhm.
because I felt like I should. And yeah, I'm going to speak up and I'm going to start speaking up when I see this kind of shit.
Okay, and Candy
Sorry.
just reminded me, just pinned her comment there. Annie, you made this mess with Alana. You clean your own mess. Don't invite us over to help you clean up. We didn't make the mess.
Oh,
You
she's
know,
not doing that again, is
you
she?
know, yeah, yeah. She said it the last night.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, and I'm going. No, 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 no. We cleaned up our mess with her. You
Yeah.
know, we
Yeah.
already did our job. Thank you.
Right.
You go fix it. This is your problem. You encouraged it. You incited it. It's your back and forth. I'm not getting involved other
Nope.
than just to say your mess, you clean it up. Thanks,
Exactly.
Candy. I forgot. I wanted to bring that up because
No,
I
I'm glad
like,
you did because
are you kidding
I
me?
didn't even yeah, I didn't even know about that. Oh my God.
Are you
And so yeah,
kidding
see,
me?
yeah, I'm glued to YouTube 24/7 and I watch everybody 24/7. And so no, that's a shocker to me because yeah, that's what she did last time. She sends me this, and again, here all this time I felt so foolish too. Behind the scenes where things where we thought were fine,
Uh-huh.
I'm sending her, messages of support and saying, hey, I hope everything's going okay. Happy Easter, happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope your surgery goes well. Let us know. We're there for you.
Right.
And I just thought she was busy and again, I didn't really think anything of it. Well, she had switched Discords, so she wasn't using that Discord anymore, but it didn't, when my messages were being sent, it didn't come back on me saying it wasn't going through. So I had no idea. And I had no idea of how to get a hold of her, where I'd forgotten that I had her at one point on Facebook, but the day she deleted her Discord, she deleted several people off of her Facebook,
Yep.
and I was one of them. And I thought, oh, okay, well, I must have done something. But no, I found out later that day that several people got removed. That's okay. I'm not going to message her and go, oh my gosh, what's going on? What did I do? I didn't think anything about it. I moved on. Well, then when things started going on, she sent me a message through Messenger saying, well, you need to tell Ro, you need to tell, everybody that we need to start reporting. And I was like,
What?
what? Why are you all of a sudden I'm a mean ass shady bitch and now you want me to help you? You want me to spread the word? Honey, you go talk to these people yourself. You crapped all over me. I have want nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
So
Why
don't,
would you think we would do this?
well, yeah,
And
because
yeah.
no, she's made her own mess to where constantly, if she wants it to end, it's the ball's in her court. She needs to, whenever, and I'm not trying to tell her how to run her channel. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that while she's on her platform and people come in like MT and want to railroad it to conversation to this, well, this person did this, this, and this, and this.
Yeah.
Go
What
put it on
about?
your channel, MT. Go put it on your channel. You don't
Why are
have to
you?
dig up everything
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Why are you making a mess on
Stirring the
everybody
pot.
else's live streams? Do it on
Right.
your own.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. And because that's, that's what he does. That is what he does. He did it with Angie when he first, started hanging out with Angie, and he tried to do it with Candy. That's how he's done everything. He just did it again recently, and and I'm glad to hear that she's not having any of it, and she's going to go about her own business and do her own stuff and support who she wants to support, and more power to her. I just hope that they don't go in with blinders on and they watch for some of the small little clues that they get.
Yes.
And I can prove everything I've said. I've got screenshots with his name, his picture, and exactly what channel it took me back to. So yes, I can prove those comments came from him.
Yeah.
So, and he knows very good and well that I hold my comments. So he knew I was going to read it. So that's what, and next time though, I'll catch one and I will pin it so it can't go away.
Yeah, that's all you can say is if he's stupid enough to comment a stupid comment, then pin it, because he cannot delete a pinned comment.
Right. Yep. And I didn't know that. So I'm glad to know that. And next time, I almost had it on one of them. I almost did. And then right when I was too busy reading it, and then it faded. And I'm like, okay. But I got it screenshotted. But before I could go back and actually make sure where it went, yeah. But one of them I did. So yeah. And I have proof of everything. So I can show my proof. So if push comes to shove and somebody wants to see it, let me know. I'll make a video and post it on my channel.
There you go. Well, I invite you on mine, so it's not like, you're just coming over here to yell at MT.
No, yeah, of course not. I mean, it is what it is. And
yeah, but they'll run with it saying, oh, this is good.
Oh, I know. It's like, oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
I tell you, it makes me wonder, he cooks great out of a box, doesn't he?
Oh, I was just thinking that. Yeah, he should do some more processed meal cooking shows because, buying fresh fruit and meat and vegetables and actually chopping them up, and creating something.
Yep. But hey, and I admit it, I do that sometimes myself. Sometimes I don't have a lot of time and I have to do all that stuff. But mostly I'm just old school because that's just how I was raised. My mom was Italian, my father was Irish, and there's food history on both sides.
Oh, smackdown. Actually, processed food gives me migraines. I think it's got something to do with the process.
All right. Well, let's just address Marcy here real quick. Oh. Marcy, hi. Here's what she says. Hey, perfect people. Ask Candy why she doxed my son, my daughter, and my 2 grandchildren. And I know 100% it was her. Well, okay. Marcy, why don't you put your money where your mouth is, sweetheart? You've got a channel. Why don't you put that proof up? We're waiting. Because that's going to be my new motto now. If you don't have proof, I don't want to hear your mouth.
Yeah, so put up or shut up.
Yep, that's right. So go ahead and put it up. Actually, Marcy, we were just here helping you because someone tried to dox you, and we made sure that they didn't come through. They got deleted. Candy addressed them and deleted the comment from her post. So why don't you go ahead, run right over to your little channel, sweet, because I don't even know you. I don't have a problem with you. But I've seen where you go off on people for whatever reason. So if you would like to know and you say it's 100% for sure it's her, prove it. Let's see it. Because I am so tired of people saying that I can prove this, I can prove that. And then we wait and wait and wait, and there's no receipts. So Marcy, prove it. Prove it.
Yeah.
We're all waiting. So for sure it was her 100%. You go right ahead and prove it. And I am not perfect.
Do you want to come up, Marcy?
Yeah, come right on up and talk,
Come on
Marcy.
up. Don't be a pussy. Come up and fill us with facts. No?
Come on up, Marcy. Candy,
Yep.
I know 100%. Stop lying. Prove it, Marcy. Come up and talk to us. You tell
Yep.
us where it was. We're all here listening.
Yes. Listen to what Kate Winslet says.
Yep. Come on, Marcy. I'm waiting, honey.
Yep. Don't be a pussy.
And I'll mute myself, so you don't have to deal with me, Marcy. I will mute myself because hey, like I said, I don't have a direct problem with you yet. But if you want to keep coming on here and saying stuff that for sure, then why don't you come right on up and you tell us all about it? We'll make it nap time. Come on up.
100% exclamation point.
Yeah, Marcy, comma, period. Yeah, we won't go there. But
Okay.
Come on.
That's what I thought.
Let's see, Marcy. You want to come on up? It says Candy, I know 100% it was you. Stop lying. Well, how is she lying? Come on.
We'll get Candy up here. You guys can have a discussion. No? Well, we
No,
are
see,
perfect nickname. I had no problem with that.
Right. I'm sorry, but I've seen some of Marcy's comments around, and Marcy wants to stir the pot too. She wants to come in, stir stuff up, and again, that's going to be my new motto. If you can show me receipts and show me proof, I will be more than happy to listen to it. If it's something I did, I'll be more than happy to apologize for it. But until then, sit down.
Yeah, she used up all her braveness, and she's probably calling her daughter the lawyer. So.
Oh, it's that, Marcy. Okay, now I know who we're talking about. Okay. Oh my
They're
goodness.
being mean to me on the internet. Don't forget the time I called you a pussy.
Well, yeah, don't forget, I think I'm the head mean girl now. Come on. It's funny to me because people will call me out all the time and what, you got nothing to say? I will be right there. I will be right there and say, what do you want? I'll go up on your panel. I will talk to you. I have no issues. I am not afraid of anyone. Ask anybody here will tell you. No, I'm not. I'm not afraid of anybody here. So
it's a slap fight.
It is.
It is. It's a slap fight. Come on. We're all grown up here. But hey, if it made you feel better to come in here and be a keyboard
accused
warrior.
without proof.
Yeah.
Accused without proof. That's what that was. So again,
you better phone your daughter and ask her about what that is, because you wouldn't win anything in court.
Yeah, courts are a funny place. They actually like evidence.
Yeah. I know.
And well, it's fun. I hope everybody's listening. I will give a little tiny tidbit about my true identity.
Uh-oh.
Is everybody listening?
Uh-huh.
Hope so. In one town in America, I have so much fun. When we went for a reunion not too long ago, my husband just looked at me and went, "You're kidding, right?" And I said, "No, honey, you've known this about me." In one town. Oh, goodness. Well, most of my family is in political there, and the rest of them are judges and attorneys and everything else. And so my husband looked at me, so basically we can do whatever we want and not go to jail. And I'm like, yeah, pretty much.
Ooh.
And he's like, cool, this is all right. And so yeah, that's fun. And of course, no, I don't. I hardly get back home that much as I want to. So no, I don't get to. But yes, it is fun. And actually, when I walked around town, and I hadn't been there in a long time, then one lady looked at me. She goes, "Oh my gosh, I know exactly who you are. You look just like your family." And that's not what they said, but it's close enough. She told me I look just like my father, and I'm like, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And so we do. We have a lot of fun. But no, stop. and I've said this before and it's gotten mixed up. I do have family in law enforcement. I've had a lot of family in law enforcement. And, you know, all law enforcement cares about, or any kind of judicial system, all they care about is the evidence. They want to see the piece of paper with the four corners and the evidence in the middle. That's what they want.
Oh.
So
I guess this is Marcy's neener.
well, Marcy, like I said, you know,
Like,
if you want to show proof, you have a channel, put the proof up on your channel that Candy doxed your family. And until then, sit down, honey. If you want to do it, do it.
and what is putting up pictures? Huh?
I don't know. Is that the real Marcy then? Is that kind of what we're saying? I don't know. There's so many
I don't
clones around. It's ridiculous. Oh my goodness. I mean, that just cracks me up, is all these clones. So, and it's so fun though, because all these people that really use it, they fall back on that. Well, it wasn't me, it was a clone. Wasn't me, it was a clone. Yeah, okay, right. Whatever. And I said it a long time ago. Most people know me and know how I am, and it freaks me out. I think, Kathy, you and I had this conversation not too long ago, is that people will sit back and learn how someone types or learns how someone talks in order to clone them and try to fool people that it's them. And I'm sorry, that's taking a little bit too much time, you know, to go after, you know, to try and troll somebody. I'm not going to spend hours on the internet trying to figure out who is who and what they're doing and how they type and what they say. And it's a little too much for me. I'm not going to go quite into that. And, Paige Logan, I have a legit question for Kathy only. What has Melody ever done to you to warrant you going into her channel and attacking her? Has she ever done that to you? Well, Melanie.
Yeah.
No, that's probably Melanie, because she's not going to come in on her own name and ask. But yeah, Melanie can take care of herself. So if Melody wants to know Paige, have her come on over, and we'll tell her. Because I have no problem with Melody. I have no problem with Melody at all.
I simply asked her why she was lying to her subscribers. I didn't say outright lie. I was very polite about it, but Photoshop and phone filters are lies.
Right, so exactly.
If you're going to put down a video about how much weight you lost, then it better be an honest video.
Right.
And if she's putting it on a public platform, she's going to get a reply. And I didn't call her any names.
Nope.
So you can take that back. And if Melody wants to come and have a discussion, we'll have a discussion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And I'm not here to coddle her or to call her sensitive.
Right.
So yeah. Bye.
Right. And you know, it's interesting too, because I've spoken with Melanie by email. And you know, she said some pretty scathing things about another creator in this email.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So she isn't really that sensitive.
No, not really. And again, Melody's a very attractive girl. She's very pretty. She's a very pretty girl. And, you know, we all have our issues. We all have things that we'd like to change about ourselves and what have you. But Melody's a very pretty girl. I just think that Melody doesn't live sometimes in the real world. You know, my big thing with her is, you know, if she wants to have an online relationship, that's her business. Whatever she wants to do is fine with me. I don't care, you know, but if you can speak to this person on another private level, Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some of their back and forths in chats before, and it's made me kind of uncomfortable. And I'm not a prude by any means, guys. I'm not. But it's kind of like I'm sitting back thinking, okay, if you can talk to this person privately, why are you doing this out here? I sometimes want to go get a room.
Well,
It's just
that's
like,
what
come
I
on.
say about what's her name's chat, Angelique's chat. What the
Ugh,
frick you
yes.
guys
Oh my
doing?
goodness.
Go FaceTime or get a room. Gross.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, going back to yeah. So I think I've been told that they've never spoken in real life. Um, he's got some allegations of the P nature, the letter P.
Right.
Um, so what are you doing?
Well, exactly. Exactly. And and you shouldn't have to tell a grown up to not on and I'm not saying it was inappropriate. What I thought was inappropriate was that you really shouldn't be having any kind of conversation with a minor online.
Yeah,
That's just my opinion. And people were trying to get someone else to see that opinion, and they were just like both of them, well, I don't see anything wrong with it, they're just fans and whatever. Well, but it's not appropriate, I guess. That's does what make it inappropriate.
yes,
But it's a minor, and you have to be so very careful these days with how you interact with minors. It's just better not to. And that's when you say, I really appreciate that, you're a fan, you like my content, but you know you're it's not appropriate for me to converse with you.
hmm
So and that's just how that is. So
I don't know. Maybe he was oddly flattered. Who knows? But it's sus that they've never met, not even spoken. And how long has this been going on?
I really don't know. I have no idea. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to venture to speculate about their relationships. I don't know. I don't know her that well. I just know her from being around and that kind of stuff. And she's been on and off an Annie supporter for a very long time. So no, I don't know. I don't know. I just know what's been
What's
alluded
been
to and that kind of stuff, and that
well, it's been alluded that Annie doesn't particularly care for her. So I don't know where that's going. Ouch.
well, and again, stuff will get said behind the scenes, and then they hurt each
Yeah.
other's feelings, and it goes from there. So again, I don't know. I can't venture to guess because I've don't know her that well, and I just know that she's a pretty girl, and you know I think she has some issues as far as afraid to be going out and that kind of stuff. So but again, that's her thing, and that's her deal, and there's nothing wrong with that. If she feels more safe at home, then fine, stay at home. Who cares? I don't care. She
Yeah.
shouldn't care.
I'm a
But
homebody.
yeah, and I will say this though, Melanie, honey, nobody talks about you. I don't know why you keep thinking everybody's talking about you, because nobody is. I mean, I just don't. If anything, I've said that you're a very attractive gal. You seem like a nice person. You're a very giving person, and you know, but you seem to be oversensitive at times and take things the wrong way. And other than that, though, I think she's a delightful gal. So she needs to just kind of, you know,
Grow a
go
thicker skin.
along.
Seriously, grow a thicker skin. I'm not being mean about it. I hate that. But if you're going to be on a platform where everybody's going to be focused on you, then you need to get a little armor because not everybody's going to like you.
Oh, exactly. Yes.
It's just the nature of humans. We're just going to go and focus on your flaws, especially if you put it out there. That's some of us older people know better.
Right. Right.
We'll
And
keep
yeah,
our
and like
flaws to
MP,
ourselves.
you know, I did put out there that no, I'm not a mom, and I put out there why I'm not a mom. But he chose to try to twist it to hurt me. And
Yeah.
did it? No. No, it didn't hurt me. So, he needs to, try again if he wants to try to come up with something to hurt me. But honestly, there's nothing that he's going to say that's going to hurt me.
Hmm.
Absolutely nothing. So,
It's not that important.
exactly, because I don't care about what he thinks.
Yeah,
Not at all.
he's like a yapping chihuahua, nipping at everybody's heels. Just
Well, that's
yeah,
I called him an ankle biter.
yeah. There you go.
Called him an ankle biter.
That's exactly what he is. You just
Yeah.
kind of have to push him away and bad dog.
Exactly, Kathy.
Clean up the little puddles and every once in a while.
No.
I don't know what to do. But that's what I think about him. I mean, he comes in thinking he can, say some really ugly things, and I don't care what you think of me. I don't.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Not
If
really.
it makes you feel better to call me names, go for it. A little therapy for you.
Yeah, because I mean, people, and that's again circling back to the whole point is, everybody, they leave innuendos. So I guess maybe it could go for so many people that they don't want to say names.
Mhm.
But I think it would be a lot easier that if you're going to drop a video or start talking about somebody, please start saying names, because it's getting hard to tell who you're talking about. Because I mean, if there's that many people out there that are having that many problems with other people, it would sure be certain, to go, well, they're talking about this Kate or that Kate, or that Candy or that Kathy. It'd just be a lot easier if they could start throwing some name tags out there. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Because everybody's sick and tired of scratching their heads going,
Well, yeah, because like Nickname said, if you have a problem with somebody, just say it. It's going to be a lot easier to figure it out. Oh my goodness. Instead, we're speculating.
which is fun.
No, that never works.
No,
That never works.
for sure. But yeah, but bringing it back to Annie, will you be addressing this live? Probably.
Sure.
Yeah, you need to clean up your own mess. Don't look to us anymore. You've done too much and said too much for us to care whether Alana takes you down,
Well,
or
yeah,
MT turns on you, or
exactly.
you start,
Exactly.
or all your subscribers start giving you the side eye. That's on you. That's not on us. Um,
Right. And and I didn't even know. I kind of thought we were.
oh, we almost made it. Where's Lucy Lou? We almost made it, Kate. Do you need the link again? Oh my God. Oh, there she is. Okay, hang on.
Lucy!
We almost made it to the end.
I did. I almost did. I was so proud of myself too. Ay, ay, ay. Oh.
So I'm assuming you're on your phone. So does your chin hit the?
No, I'm sitting here holding it, and my kitten Winston, he likes to walk down my body. I'm sitting on my couch, and everybody likes to, my husband's got wood stacked up for the season, and the chipmunks just love to come and get on all that wood. And I've got 3 cats, so this is just like cat TV. And so they're watching the chipmunks, and they're behind me like, ooh, 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 look. And he likes to run down me and to go run somewhere else. And he's only 6 months old, so he's still learning the ropes. We're getting there. We're getting there. But as he ran down, I moved my arm and my arm hit the little button. And of course, that's it. So, yep, I take myself out once a time, easy.
That's
So,
okay. I was afraid to say anything. And then just as I was going to make it to the end.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I didn't even know that, we are pretty much community-less, actually. You know, I don't consider myself really in anybody's. I mean, if we all make one little community between Kathy and Rochelle and Candy, then fine. That's the community I claim. If you can even call it that. I mean, that's just where I have fun and I go sometimes, and it is what it is. So, I just.
And nobody's whispering in each other's ears about each other or making secret discords to trash each other, or we're grown up.
Exactly. Yeah. Because, we try to, and that's one thing, like Nickname just said, we have a Discord that's delightful. We have a lot of fun in Discord. And, we're not in there to try to talk about anybody. We are there commenting sometimes on what we've seen. And I'm not saying that we don't get along. We all get along very well. Maybe that's why, because I think we're all kind of strong. We're all stronger women. And I think so we do get along well with each other. And you ought to know, Kathy, you're in there with us. So we have a lot of fun in there talking, and we share recipes, we share silliness. It's just,
and so once in a while we all get on voice chat, have a good time.
Exactly. Yes. So. And there's no, there's misunderstandings. Misunderstandings happen. It's easy. I mean, this was one thing that we explained to Alana a little bit, was when you're seeing snippets, of like when that re-uploaded, put up our Discord chat. Big deal. Who cares?
What did it say? Yeah.
It didn't say anything. And it's nothing that I would not say right to you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so funny that, they want to get bent out of shape about this stuff. But you're seeing snippets of different conversations going on at the same time. And some of them aren't even, current conversations, if per se. I could start a conversation with somebody and go have to do my dinner or do whatever, because everybody understands we don't have time to sometimes just sit and talk to everybody one-on-one. Sometimes it works that way and we're all in there a lot and we might all be in there at the same time, and that's great. But sometimes we're not. And, you'll see part of a conversation and you'll come back later and go, oh, hey, I scrolled back and I saw that. Yes. And, so it's not a constant, conversation. Something you can pick up, like me this morning. I said hi this morning and then I've been gone till, just before we got on panel. So it is what it is. We're not in there constantly. And we react to some stuff. I will say that. But
we've gotten bitchy, but it's nothing serious. It's not, like you said, it's nothing that we wouldn't say here. So there's nothing secretive or nasty or mean. No,
it's not meant that way at all. I mean, nothing is like that. No. So, I mean, they can, conjecture and speculate and do it all it was.
Which they do, and I love the way that they think they know what we're talking about. I just, that makes me laugh. That just,
it does me too.
For sure. Okay, you guys got it. Thumbs up.
Oh, yes. Oh, no.
Just because your nasty mind may think it doesn't mean we have the same thought processes. So, whatever. Banging my elbow.
Oh, ow. And I don't know why they call it a funny bone, because it is not funny. That hurts.
No. No, it does make you
laugh. Ouch.
But you start laughing going, oh my God.
Oh, no. Oh, goodness.
Anyway, I guess we should wrap this up now. I think we said
what we
had to say. And I'd like to thank everybody that participated, even the ones that wanted to start a fight. I hope we've said something that will give you something to think about. And we'll be back.
Yeah, I hope so too, Kathy. And like I said, if anybody wants those screenshots and they want me to put them out on a video, just say the word. I'll be more than happy to because I've got them.
Good. Yep. You better, if you bring it up, you better put it up. So we'll leave it at that. Okay,
Yep,
guys.
so if anybody wants it. Take
Okay,
care,
guys.
everybody. Thanks again, Kathy. I'll see everybody later. Hugs,
You got it.
everybody.
Bye.
All right. Bye.